from Tokyo, my friends. This is Daisuke, and I hope all of you are having a really nice day today. I want to take this opportunity, if you don't mind, to thank you and just to share with you my thanks and gratitude for all that you have done for me and this particular channel. I have been doing some videos on, for example, the Criterion Collection's release of certain films by Ingmar Bergman. It's called Ingmar Bergman's Cinema. It's a very interesting box set, and I took the opportunity to talk about certain aspects of the box set in a number of videos. I really want to thank you very much for your comments and your additional information, and for providing your own opinions and views about certain Bergman films, opinions and views and additional information about other resources that one can review and examine with respect to Bergman and certain aspects of his life and his filmography. It's been a real enriching experience for me because I have learned so much from you and from your comments and from your feedback that I find this YouTube thing to be very, very interesting and very rewarding. And so this is just my way of saying that as much as I enjoy doing these videos and uploading them to YouTube, I think for me, as always, the great thing about YouTube is the ability for me to be able to learn from you. And these past videos with respect to the Ingmar Bergman box set were no exception. You were all so insightful and very sharp and very direct and pointed with your comments and your views. So that was really wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You've given me so much to think about, and you've inspired me with your own personal takes. And for some of you, Bergman was maybe a new area of cinema, as yet not fully explored, but perhaps you're going to explore it in the future. So you gave me a fresh take, a fresh perspective, so to speak. And then for others who are more experienced, who are more learned or more studied with respect to Bergman and certain other materials that you might have read, that was also extremely helpful, of course, because you gave me other avenues of possibility regarding ways that I could also further my own education with respect to Ingmar Bergman's cinema and life. So you all were so helpful and are helpful and continue to be so helpful and to teach me. So you are my teachers in my own personal journey and my own experiences with cinema now and going forward. So I really must thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much. And I must say also that the Bergman box set is so rich and so expansive. And there are also points of interest that I think will be interesting to some people, and in other points of interest that I expect would be interesting to other people. So I would essentially say that for those of you out there who have the Bergman box set already, I would love to hear your thoughts in, say, a video. Maybe your review of the Bergman box set would be great. I think some people already have been posting a lot of great videos on the Ingmar Bergman cinema box set from the Criterion Collection. So I know, for instance, my dear friend Chris, his channel is called Hertastic Reviews. I know that he has a really nice unboxing video of the Bergman box set, and that's a really nice video because he's obviously very enthusiastic about the set, and he has, you should check out that video. I'll put a link below. Please check out that video of his showing his set and unboxing it. I think it's a very great video because you could just feel his enthusiasm for it, and it's really great. And I think what's also so charming is he has a really wonderful sweater that he's wearing in that particular video, and so please check it out for the Bergman box set, but also for his sweater, because it's a very great sweater. I wish I had one like it. Anyway, so there'll be a link below. I know that Chris also does videos with Nathan Jones, my friend Nathan Jones. So I also urge you to check out the videos of Nathan Jones. And he does a lot of other videos, not just on Criterions, but also on a number of other non-Criterion works. And I think he does videos on Oscar predictions and reactions, and he also does work on Criterion releases, etc. So he has a very extensive collection. I think his collection is much more extensive than mine. So Nathan Jones's videos on the Ingmar Bergman's box set are also incredibly well thought out and very they're very pointed. So I think I would recommend those as well, very strongly. So please also check out Nathan Jones's channel if you haven't already, and in particular those videos that he does on Ingmar Bergman, which I think he does together with Chris. So there you go. So there's great videos that you can check out. And also, I would say also my dear friend Solitary Ronin Films. So Solitary Ronin is I really admire him so much, and Solitary Ronin was I respect him so much because he, as I said before, he does stuff on YouTube that I think not many other people on YouTube are doing. And it's not like he's tackling film corners that are obscure. On the contrary, I think what he's doing is he's shining a light on areas that really deserve as much attention as they can get. And so Solitary Ronin's what I like about his videos is that he has a very he does a lot of top 10 lists, which are very interesting, but he also paves the way for allowing you to share your own views and insights and opinions, maybe share your own top 10 lists as well with respect to various kinds of film topics and directors and works by certain directors and that sort of thing. So I would strongly urge you to check out Solitary Ronin Films. He's a really nice guy, and just his videos are very entertaining and well worth a watch. And I mention him here also because he also has a nice unboxing video of the Bergman box set that he had received early on, at the end of last year, I think. So he was one of the first persons that I recall receiving the box. So he received it before I received my box. So I remember I saw his video and I was so I was partially jealous, but I was more happy for him. Let me put it that way. So it was a really nice thing for me to see that video because it helped me to in a certain way satiate my own craving for the box set, which I hadn't received at that time. So it was really nice to see his video, and he was showing it, and he had it was a really nice video. So please, I urge you to check out Solitary Ronin Films as well. And for those of you who are if you have a video of your own Ingmar Bergman box unboxing or review and you want to share it with me, please let me know. I'm very happy to receive the link, and I'm sure other people might be interested as well. So if you want to share any information or links that you have regarding your own experience with the Ingmar Bergman's box set from Criterion, by all means, I'd love to receive the link, and I'll be happy to look at the video. So you can leave the link maybe in the comment section below, and I won't mind at all, and I'm sure maybe other people might be interested. So yes, please let me know what you think of the box set, and please, if you don't mind, if you have a video up, please let me know, and I'd love to see it, and I'd love to share it, and I'd love to have other people here experience those videos as well. Again, I think the more variety of voice and the more opinions that are shared with respect to the Bergman box set, I think the better off the entire community is. So the more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned. So, and if you're in that group who has just received the box set or expecting to receive the box set, maybe you're thinking about your own video plans on YouTube or the like, I'd love to see those videos in the future from you. That would be really, really interesting for me, and to hear your own takes and your own views. If you like some films, I'd love to hear those takes. If you don't like other films, I'd love to hear those takes as well. You know, it's always important to express both positive views on films and also negative views on films, because you know, positive and negative, those are all equally important in my view. Again, it's just how we express those views that's a key, you know. But there's nothing wrong with not liking a certain film, and you know, maybe that might help to fortify my own views on a certain film, or it might help me to try to figure out a better way to approach a certain film, or try to figure out how I can better articulate my own feelings on a certain film, that sort of thing. So any views or opinions on Bergman films are welcome. So yes, if you have any links or videos you'd like to share with respect to that box set, please let me know, and I'd love to experience them. And I also want to say that I was talking about the May 2019 release schedule from the Criterion Collection. This was an announcement that was made by the Criterion Collection last week. And one of the films that is planned to be released in May 2019 from the Criterion Collection is Blue Velvet, directed by David Lynch. And I had mentioned very briefly that I thought that this might be an indication that Criterion might perhaps be in the position to want to release other films by David Lynch, directed by David Lynch. And I think a number of people commented, or made a similar comment about that. And in particular, I think people were pointing to films like Inland Empire, or perhaps The Straight Story or something. And I think a lot of people, though, were mentioning this film to me, and I completely agree. I would love to see Lost Highway released by the Criterion Collection. I would love to see this film. And the reason why I feel that way is I think it's a fascinating film, but I have maybe a personal feeling, or my views about my liking of this film are very personal, in the sense that this was the first David Lynch film that I saw in the movie theater. This was in the late 90s, and so I was still in high school around that time. High school, maybe just about to enter college. And I remember seeing this in the movie theater, and I was quite taken aback by it. And I didn't quite know how to process it at the time, at my first viewing of the film. And it was a very unique experience for me. I didn't know if I liked it or I didn't like it, but it grew on me after I left the movie theater, and it slowly but surely just grew and grew and grew in my mind. And I wasn't able to see it again until sometime later when it was, I think it was on, it was maybe it was a DVD, I think, and I think I still have it somewhere, but it was some years later, and then I saw it again, and it was quite extraordinary. And it was an amazing thing how I was able to visit it again after so many years, but it was so, it was like time didn't pass at all. It felt so fresh, and it felt so alive to me. And now it's just an unbelievably mind-blowing experience, even after watching it for so many times, and watching it now on this, this is the Japanese Blu-ray. And so this is, I'm very fortunate to have this, but I would love to have this film released the Criterion Collection one of these days. Incidentally, this Blu-ray has also a disc, a DVD disc, which has the Dumbland show on it. So I would be very happy if Criterion could release this film, The Lost Highway, on a Blu-ray, and then have as a special feature Dumbland. That would be quite an interesting thing indeed. One of these days I really should speak more about this film, because I think there are so many things going on in this, but just suffice to say that I find this film so frustratingly beautiful. I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but, and man, I really want to talk about this one day. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll try to talk about David Lynch films in earnest. But let me just say for now that what is it? What can I say about this film? There's no such thing as a bad coincidence, and do you know how many car lengths it takes to stop a car at 35 miles an hour? 6 car lengths. That's 106 feet. So, and that's the bland version. There's a more colorful version of that speech given by Mr. Eddie, of course. So, sort of a word of warning to those of you out there who drive. You know, don't tailgate. So this is a very exciting film. Now, one of these days I really should talk about it more, but this is just to supplement what I was saying before about the Criterion Collection May release of Blue Velvet. It would be wonderful to see Lost Highway. Lost Highway, and I think many people mentioned Inland Empire. I should also give a shout out to The Straight Story. The Straight Story was another film that I saw in the theater, and I remember just kind of feeling numb by the film's end, and I didn't know quite how to absorb it. I felt a lot of the film in The Straight Story, I felt a lot of it was very in your face, perhaps too much so, but it all came together in such a poetic way at the end that it's such an overwhelmingly powerful experience, The Straight Story is. So, yes, it would be nice to see Lost Highway and The Straight Story in the Criterion Collection one of these days. But, okay, fingers crossed. And the last, but certainly not least, thing I want to say is I really want to extend to all of you out there my deepest gratitude. Thank you so much. And the reason why I say this is because a couple days ago, this YouTube channel, it's now February 19th, 2019, so a couple days ago, the channel crossed the 1,500 subscriber level, which was amazing to me. I was so shocked, actually. I wasn't expecting this kind of response. And so thank you so much. I'm just deeply moved and very honored that you would take time out of your busy day to subscribe and to watch, or just to watch, or to leave a comment or the like. So thank you so much. This is so it's really I'm just so happy. So thank you very much. And again, I'm so sorry that I can't be any more useful to you with these videos. As I say, I'm no film critic, and I'm no film historian or film studies student, so I have very little to offer. And I think for a lot of the time, or in fact for most, if not all the time, I think I'm learning more from you, and I'm getting a lot more from my engagement with you and your comments more than anything. I'm finding that to be so insightful for me. And so from my point of view, putting up the videos is almost basically almost my excuse for being able to further engage with you. So that's the most important thing. And so I'm just so thankful to you. For those of you who have subscribed, for those of you who are watching, and for those of you who will leave comments, it's incredibly moving and so helpful for me. As I say, the input that I'm able to get helps me to improve upon my own journey in experiencing all things cinema. So, right, because I can't watch cinema in a bubble, just myself. I can't isolate myself because it's all right. Because I mean, film is a very individualized or personal experience. It might seem quite solitary in that one is almost aloof. One is separated in one's experience of a film. I mean, I get that, but the whole point of a film, I think, is to try to understand something that is other than yourself, right? Because a film is not anything within me, it's something that's outside me. So I'm trying to connect with something that is outside of my own experience. And in that way, I think, therefore, it's very nice for me, therefore, to try to connect not only with the film, but also with people who have also experienced that film. So it's almost a way to create an environment by which I can try to engage with or enjoy a film, and then also I can get more insight from those around me who have also been able to engage on some level that is akin to their own, or that's attuned to their own personal experience. So it all becomes this huge, great thing, And so that's just that's the great benefit, I think, of watching films, and also just sharing viewpoints on forums like YouTube and the like. So this is all a great benefit for me, and thank you very much. And it's just, I think, the fact that I was able, or I am able to meet many people is such a great thing. I'm so happy to talk with you. Some of you I think I talk to almost daily, and I'm very impressed and with your insight and knowledge, but I'm also very honored to call you my friend, and to be able to converse with you. So I'd like to say thank you very much to all of you who have been watching, to all of you who have contributed in some way, maybe with a comment or with your subscription to this channel. So thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me end it there, and let me just say that for those of you who are new to this channel, thank you very much for joining. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and I will try to address them to the best of my ability. I don't claim to know everything. In fact, my knowledge base is extremely limited. I think I don't even know 1/10 of 1% of what other people know on YouTube and elsewhere. So I don't think I'd be able to answer every single question. But I think if you want to have a conversation with me, or if you want to talk with me, please feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, if you've left a comment in the past and you feel like I haven't responded, I sincerely apologize. I don't mean to do that. Sometimes YouTube has this thing where maybe someone leaves a comment, but then it disappears, or it doesn't get posted, or there's a thing where there's a YouTube thing where some comments are automatically put in a folder, and I have to go in and manually accept all of them. So sometimes comments can get lost in the shuffle. So if you have left a comment but you feel like I haven't answered it, please, I'm very sorry, but if you don't mind, maybe you can send it again, and I'll try to address it, and we can go from there. So yeah, so please be happy and healthy and well, and please keep on watching a lot of great films, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. And yes, take care. Cheers. And of course, I should say, right? Dick Laurent is dead.